Hi, I'm Jordan Long, and today I'm going to talk about something that always seems to be talked about, but really should not be talked about. Well, it's nothing bad. It's, you know, it's nothing bad, but it's always something something you always have to talk about. Now, on YouTube, there's always going to be this thing of you always hear about, and it usually is from partners, basically. It's usually from them. They're the ones that usually go through it, but it doesn't mean to say that someone who's a non-partner can't go through it either. Now, a lot of men and women on YouTube always, do this thing called fair use or okay to have or whatever you want to call it. Now, as long as it should be recognized. I mean, it should be seen as a law since it is a law. But there are some businesses out there, and I guess there are some men and women by themselves, some leads, some folk out there who do not think it should be a law. Well, it's a law, but there's some of them that, since they don't stand with it, they don't follow it. But then in other cases, it's like, so anytime you do it, you always have to be, afraid that somebody is going to report it for copyright infringement. And that's really what the Phoenix movie's about. See, I have never gotten in a bind with copyright. Never. Okay? And I guess I consider myself grateful that never happened. Now for many on YouTube, it's happened either one or two ways. One, they actually did do something that, they actually did besmirch or, insult someone copyright. Or they actually did something that, like they put a full movie on YouTube or a full song or a full 4-seer show or a full play or something. Yeah. And then there were those who, they were making fun of it. They were seeking wrong with it. They were, putting their thoughts on it. So it wasn't the same thing. But somebody came along, and it usually ends up being something like this. They stumble upon a movie. Hey, they didn't say, oh, look what Jordan uploaded. Well, this isn't good. Better go tell YouTube it goes again. It's it's ours. And next thing it goes to YouTube. They send in whatever streamer, whatever they have to send in to show that they are the true owner, or at least a true lawyer of the owner, And then the movie's either muted with no talking or speaking, or the movie gets, actually removed. And then a copyright strike is then put on the account. Now, like I say, now some of them know how to counter this. They know what to book in the counter. They know what to say, but some don't, And in other cases, it's basically, oh, well, you were in the right, but then you still had a fight just to prove you were in the right. So that's why I'm always afraid of it. See, you have a good standing with all your gifts that YouTube gave you, and then you could lose them all. In my case, lose every gift I've had. YouTube live streaming, Google Hangout, making video file upload. I could lose that too. Hell, I could lose going on beyond 15 minutes. There's a lot of things that I could lose if I got copyright strike. Now, apparently that's a big thing. And then there's a thing called copy fraud. Well, copy fake. When somebody sends in a fake copyright to YouTube telling them they own something when they don't own anything. And it usually goes like this. Oh, I just want to get Jordan in a bind with YouTube. So let me go make a fake copyright claim and send it in. And we all know YouTube, they're always going to assume that I'm telling the truth. And next thing to know, boom, YouTube falls for it. And I'm the one that gets in the bind for it. But in daily life, that has not happened to me. And I'm very grateful that's never happened. Probably the read to why it never happened to me is I haven't had anything in my movies that somebody else would come on and say, well, that was theirs, and they never said they were okay with it being up there, So it is what it is. I'm Jordan Long, and I'm afraid of copyright.